The imperfect tense is a past tense, like the preterite tense. However, they do different things. The preterite tense is speaking of things that happened in the past. I spoke. You drank. We walked. The perfect tense is speaking of things that were happening in the past. I was walking. We were speaking. It takes a little bit of practice to see what the difference is, but it's very important tense, so pay close attention. First off, let's remember where each of the pronouns are in each of the boxes. By now, hopefully you have this memorized. If not, take some time to commit it to memory. All right, there are 3 steps to conjugating a verb into the imperfect tense. Very, very similar to everything we've learned so far with verb conjugation. Notice the chart underneath, the verb chart. These are the new endings. The conjugation process is done exactly the same, but with different endings, with different meanings. So, first we select an AR verb. Let's select hablar, to speak. Then we remove the AR off of the end of the verb, leaving us with habl, which is the root of the verb. And then we add the ending according to the subject. So if I want to say I was speaking, I will say hablaba. Hablaba español. I was speaking Spanish. Hablabas. You were speaking. Hablabas español. You were speaking Spanish. Hablaba. He or she was speaking. Notice that this form is the same as the I form, in which case the pronoun's very important. So I will say yo hablaba, I was speaking, and I will say él hablaba, he was speaking, and I will say ella hablaba, she was speaking. Also, it's the formal you, usted hablaba, you were speaking. Hablábamos. Notice that accent over the A. It's not hablabamos, it's hablábamos, which means we were speaking. And hablaban, which means they or you all were speaking. Let's review, and I will also use the pronouns for practice. Yo hablaba, I was speaking. Tú hablabas, you were speaking. Él hablaba, or ella hablaba, he or she was speaking. Nosotros hablábamos, we were speaking. Vosotros hablabais, you all were speaking. Ellos hablaban, they were speaking, and ustedes hablaban, you all were speaking. Let's use the verb escuchar, which means to listen or to listen to. Yo escuchaba, I was listening. Tú escuchabas, you were listening. Él escuchaba, he was listening. Nosotros escuchábamos, we were listening. Vosotros escuchabais, you all were listening. Ustedes escuchaban, which is you all were listening, and ellos escuchaban, which is they all were listening.